2 weeks with the Samsung Galaxy A57, and I want to make a case for something. This phone might be all most people actually need in 2026. Not the Galaxy S26, not the S26 Ultra. Keyword, need, not want. So let me explain through my experience that I've had in the past 2 weeks. So with the design of this device, and also be sure to subscribe as we're making our way towards 100,000 subscribers, and lots of videos are coming on the way, so stay tuned. The 6.9 millimeter thickness has made me not want to go back to thicker phones, even though I tend to, just because I review phones. Like, I test phones, that's what I do, right? But this phone, I like how it's much thinner. It's not super thin like the iPhone Air or the S25 Edge from last year, but it's still pretty thin and easily, genuinely pocketable, I guess you can say. Like, you don't really feel it that often when it's in your pocket. Now, IP68 is also a thing here, and I like it. Even though I'm not using that feature, it's good to know that it's there in the case I do, go to like a pool and I go swimming or something. I know that it's there. This display is also great. I mean, one, it's beautiful, but also the fact that 120 hertz obviously is the norm right now. We're getting 120 hertz on pretty much all displays, and it's no different here with the A57. But another thing I like about this display is the fact that it has thinner bezels. It still has that slight chin at the bottom that's thicker than the rest of the bezels on the phone, so it's not symmetrical, but it's much slimmer than its predecessor, and this feels much more premium, something I do appreciate. Also, this display in direct sunlight is going to do very well. Does it have the highest peak brightness? No, but it's still usable outdoors. No issues whatsoever. And if your job requires you to be outdoors, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever. For me, like, the only times I'm going outside is if I need to, film any footage outside, or, if I'm just outside for the weekend, whatever it is, just, having fun, or going places, traveling, sightseeing, then I'll be outside. Other than that, a lot of my work is actually done in my studio. But when I do go outside, it's easy to use. The performance is the biggest part about this phone. It's the most, I guess, important thing. I'll put it that way. And in the 2 weeks of my use, I did not feel this phone struggling at all with whatever I threw at it in the past 2 weeks. And that includes Clash of Clans and Call of Duty Mobile. I mean, I tried Call of Duty Mobile, I'll be honest with you, like twice, and it was all right, but I don't really play it that often. I don't play games too often on my phone. I'll play it like maybe once a day, and that's really it. And this is fine for that. But if you're playing consistently, you're going to see some struggles with gaming on here. And this is not a gaming phone, first of all. It's not a gaming first phone. This is just a phone that does good in every single category for being pretty cheap compared to its older brothers. I mean, yes, $550, don't get me wrong, is expensive, but it's definitely cheaper than the S26, S26 Plus, and the Ultra. Now, whether it's emailing, whether it's social media, I think this is where most people fall into. Social media, email, YouTube, navigation, using it for the cameras, and then some gaming, it's smooth. The Exynos 1680 is going to perform okay. It's going to perform decent. It's not the most powerful again, but that is okay. It also has One UI 8.5 on Android 16, and I think it's the cleanest mid-range Android experience Samsung has ever shipped. The software experience on this is essentially the same as my Galaxy S26 and S26 Ultra. I feel like I'm using the same phone because of the software experience. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. That is something I do appreciate. You also do get the AI features that you would on more expensive devices, and circle search and all that stuff is here. Live translate, it's all here. I don't use them too often, but if you do, then just know that it is here and present. But you're going to really enjoy the performance on this. It's actually pretty good despite it being an Exynos chipset. Now the cameras, here's what I gotta tell you. Like, if you're like family moments, taking pictures of food, outdoor scenes, the main camera in daylight is going to be good for $550. The main camera, which is a 50 megapixel main, then you get the ultra, which is a 12 megapixel. They're good when you have the right amount of light. The macro, I don't use the macro. So maybe Samsung someday gets rid of the macro and puts a telephoto as a third lens. That'd be cool. But when you get, into low light, it's serviceable. It's not great. So just want to keep your expectations low. And then look, I realized that because of the missing telephoto, I use like pro and ultra camera features if my phone has that. And because my ultra has it, like I'm using the telephoto lens, I see it. So here not having it, I can feel it. Definitely I can. I don't think this is obviously a phone for anyone who's looking to, focus in the photography and videography game, or anyone who's in content, unless you just need a second phone to use as a personal, whatever it is. But if anyone's focused in content and they need a mobile device that performs well in content creation, this is not going to be that device. But for, again, family moments, food, outdoor scenes, that stuff, it's going to do pretty good. And then the battery. It's great. I think the strongest part about this phone is the battery. Not once in the 2 weeks did I need to charge this midday. I mean, it's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery and it's got 45 watts of fast charging. Better than the Galaxy S26 in terms of the battery life and then the charging speeds. Yes, it doesn't have wireless charging, but I don't care. It's fine. I charge this with a wire anyway, so I'm fine with it. Like a heavy day, whether you're using it for like lots of video footage or photos, mapping, calls, you're gonna be a-okay. I mean, 7 hours of screen on time. I'm ending the day with like 30 to 35% of charge. And let's say you're not like me, because I'm always on my phone, as my work does kind of, get me tied to my phone most times. If you're just calling and texting here and there, and most days like you're at work and your work doesn't require you to be on your phone, you can just put it on your side and just get work done, this will easily last you 2 days. So I can tell you that. I know people who barely use their phone and will go 2-3 days without needing to charge. But then they also end up forgetting to charge. And then when you try to reach them, well, guess what? You can't, because they ran out of charge. But I guess in a way that's a good thing, because that shows how long their phone goes since they barely use it. But I guess that's to be expected. The less you use your phone, the longer the battery life is going to essentially last. Because this doesn't really have a power-hungry chip and the software optimization is really good, it's going to last you very well. And here's why I think this is all most people need. Think about what most people actually do on their phones. They scroll social media or just scroll the web. They take photos of everyday moments. They watch videos on YouTube or their favorite streaming platform, whatever it is. They message people. They navigate. They browse the web. And the Galaxy A57 handles every single one of those things really well without compromise. You're paying the $550. The Galaxy S26 starts at $900. The S26 Ultra starts at $1,300 here in the US. Obviously, with Samsung devices, they always go on sale, but you get what I mean, the starting prices. And the A57 gives you essentially like 80% of the daily experience for half the price. Now, the remaining, yeah, you're giving up zoom camera, faster chip for heavy gaming, and just some extra features like with the Ultra, the privacy display, the S Pen, the faster charging, and then obviously all those like big camera features, 200 megapixel main, 100x zoom, APV video codec, log video recording, all that stuff you're missing out. Wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. Yeah, you're missing out, but for most people, that's not really going to affect their daily life at all. So yeah, 2 weeks in, this is a solid phone. Absolutely love it. The best mid-range Samsung phone that I have used so far. I used to not like the A50s at all because they were slow and sluggish, but this is great. It's slim, it's light, it's very polished. It's not perfect. No telephoto lens, no wireless charging, no stronger chip, but for $550, it's good. It's a good phone. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below. And best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot. It will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack right here. It is called Aura Layers. Links will be in the description down below. And also, check out my links in the description down below of this device as well as other devices that I use on the daily. Those also help the channel. That's been it for me. I'll catch you all in the next episode.